Hockey was the game for Clancy Cook. He could skate and shoot and win. As a boy at the rink, he was on display. All eyes were turned on him. He'd look up and wave during breakaways, blowing kisses to the girls. Once he'd scored, he'd stop to flirt and brush his flowing curls. The lowly Hogtown Maple Buds were a sorry, desperate team. They played like a tractor, old and slow. They were not lean and mean. The Stanley Cup, they had no hope that they would win that season until young Clancy was traded in. And then he had a reason. Clancy skated like the wind. He scarcely touched the ground. Each time he went to slap the puck, a cannon shot would sound. When Clancy scored the winning goal to secure their playoff spot, the fans rejoiced in Clancy's deed. They finally had their shot. The rink was packed for the final cup match. The teams took to the ice. As time ticked by, the Buds scored once. The visitors scored thrice. Then Clancy fired a pair of goals. The Buds thought they could win, but the puck was intercepted. The opposition slipped one in. 3-4 with seconds left. The defense was changing lines. Mackenzie got a breakaway and raced down the empty ice. He then sped in alone on goal, but the defender raised his stick. Mackenzie fell, and the whistle blew to penalize the trip. Mackenzie writhed upon the ice. His knee was twisted badly. The fans went wild up in the stands. They screamed and hollered madly. The referee called for a penalty shot. Mackenzie couldn't stand. The coach could pick an alternate, and Clancy was his man. The fans all threw their hats in the air, their hopes no longer dimmed. The lights, the crowd, the refs, the teams all turned their eyes on him. Theatrically, he raised his head as if to say, "Who, me?" Then took to the ice with a blush of pride, as if reluctantly. As he skated slowly around the rink, his lips grew tight and mean. The fans went wild. They called his name. But Clancy was in a dream. He saw himself with arms raised up. The Stanley Cup he held. The fans in adoration cheered and hollered, sang and yelled. His skill and speed and mighty shot were not matched by any man. The instant that he scored this goal, his legend would sweep the land. But Clancy's dream was broken when the referee's whistle blew. And as he glided toward the line, he knew just what to do. He bowed once more to all his fans. The goalie shook in dread. Clancy strode across the ice. The crowd roared overhead. He grimaced at the other bench. He snickered at the goalie. He posed and strutted around the ice to savor the moment slowly. The referee looked at his watch, then blew his whistle boldly. The goalie crouched down in distress as Clancy looked on coldly. Clancy weaved from side to side as he approached his padded foe. Down came his stick with fearsome might, a blur of puck and snow. He turned his back. He didn't look. The puck split the air like a jet. The goalie's stick just dangled as he waited in front of the net. The crowd was quiet. The air was still. The night was black outside. A dog was howling a lonely tune. Somewhere a baby cried. The puck deflected off the post like a comet to the sky. The Buds had lost the Stanley Cup, and the fans went home to cry. Old Clancy's not far from the rink these days. His hands still brush his curls. He proudly drives the Zamboni now and waves to all the girls.